Hello guys, so we'll start the array in JavaScript and all the methods which is available on the important methods in array. So the first step, like what is the syntax to declare the array in JavaScript? So syntax is like something like that. For example, let's take a variable that is called data and equal to is this is empty bracket. So this is the syntax to declare array in JavaScript. So this is a data is an array right now. This is an empty array. I don't have any element in this array. So we can check this by console.log, and let's say we are just printing this data. What exactly we'll get in the console. So in console we'll get the empty array. So this is the array which is empty. We can assign initial values in this array. For example, we have assigned 1 2 3 4, and now the data is an array which contains the array of element, and there are 4 elements in this array. So 1 2 3 4. So this is the elements in this array. So the basic thing, for example, what is the length of this array? The length of this array is the total number of elements. So there are 4 elements in this array. So the length of this array is 4. So how to find the length of this array, for example? So we just want to console the data, and the property which give the length is data.length. So data.length will give the total length of the array. So I'm just trying to console that, and will get the array, the output 4, because there are 4 elements in the array. So whenever we want the length of the array, we'll use data.length. We'll see how to use data.length in future. What is the use of this data.length? All right. So the next thing is like if we want to access a particular element in an array, how to access this? We'll talk about that. So the one thing, like the array, they start at position 0. For example, the first element which is available at index 0, the second element available at index 1. So we use indexes to find specific element in an array. So for example, if I want the first element, so the first element is available on index 0. So the way we access this is like we have data, and after that we can enter the index. So I have mentioned 0, so it will give the value which is available at index 0. So let me control that. It will give me the 1, right? So this, and for example, if I want the second element, then I'll mention 1, because the second element is available at index 0. So the second element is 2, so we'll get the 2 in that. Yeah, here we go. So we'll get the 2. Okay, now the question is, for example, if we want the last element of the array, we don't know at what index the last element is available, right? So we can use one thing. We know data.length will give the total length of this array. For example, the 4 items are available, so we'll get the output as a 4, right? And we know the last element is available at the position length -1, because we count the indexes from 0. So 0 1 2 3, and the length is 4. So the last element is available at length -1. So what we can do, one thing. Okay, let's calculate the length of the array. So let L equal to data dot length. So we'll get the length of the array in this variable. This is called L, and I can mention L -1, because L -1 is the last index in this array. So this is the way to access the last element of the array. So we'll get the output of 4. The 4 is the last element in this array. So this is the one use of length. How can we use length to access the last element of the array? Clear?